Hi, people. Yesterday I was talking with my mother-in-law about my YouTube videos that I was doing, and she asked what the COMEX exchange was all about, and I explained to her that people can buy and sell commodities on that exchange, but they're not really buying and selling commodities; they're buying IOUs. So someone's selling an IOU for silver, for example, and silver that they don't have, and somebody else is buying that IOU. Now she asked how is that legal? I pointed out that well they could just buy it back. However, banks, right, which allow people to go on margin to buy these IOUs, a person can go on margin, for example, and buy 5 times as much silver, for example, and although they might be right on predicting the price will be going up because of the expansion of the money supply, um, the banks now know that these people have gone into debt. They've taken their dollars and leveraged it up. So now all they have to do is sell enough silver to push all those people, to wipe all those people out. So as soon as the prices drop by 20%, those people have to sell, and then they can just buy back the contracts as those people are selling their silver. So in order to keep the prices down, this is how the banks have fleeced many people and many hedge funds around the world, basically, through commodities. And I was always told never to buy commodities on the exchange. And now I know. Now studying of it, I know why I'm not supposed to do that. Now, notice in this scenario, always the house wins. The house is the banks, right? Uh, and I want people to know that you're betting against the house, right? And so you have to understand that these people, the banks, will do anything in their power to prevent gold and silver from becoming money again, because the reason why is the ability to create money and credit out of nothing is a very powerful motivating force. They get to create money. They get to print gold, basically. Right? So they're not going to want to give that up, right? And I'm sure you wouldn't either. So they're going to do everything in their power to stop gold and silver from being remonetized. Now, so just take heed that although our bets are technically correct, um, the house is making all the rules, right? So I just want to put that warning out there to everybody. Now, you don't need to worry about it too much, because your gold and silver can't go to zero, right? There'll always be somebody who will need it. So you'll always have some money. It's just it might be less. That's all, right? So I want you just to know. With that, I want you to know a little bit about the house, basically, and let's talk about what uh, some of the Fed chiefs, like Paul Volcker, a former Fed chief, who said letting gold go to $850 was a mistake. Joint intervention in gold sales to prevent a steep rise in the price of gold, however, was not undertaken. That was a mistake. He believes that, right? So that goes to show you that now the banks decided, okay, you know what, we'll never let that happen again, and we're going to do everything in our power to keep gold down during high inflationary times. So be prepared that this might last a while. That the COMEX may not default for a little while longer, because obviously they don't want that to happen either. Now, also, Greenspan, and I'm not quoting him exactly, but he said rising prices have the same effect as inflation. So what does that mean exactly? Well, central banks, right? They want to keep a lid on not only gold and silver, but general commodity prices all across the board. They need to do that because if prices continue to rise on commodities, right, that is not inflation, but it's the result of inflation. So they are fighting the result, even though they're causing the inflation through expanding money and credit. They believe that if they control that, then what they're doing is not having its negative effect. So that's good enough, right? Perception is everything. So if the prices are down, then everything's good. So even though they expand the money supply, they work to keep the prices down, and obviously that has a detrimental effect on in a sense of shortages. So to conclude, I like to point out, although that banks will continue to keep a lid on commodities, we are betting that that this won't work, and the prices will skyrocket in the physical market.